They were already laughing when I walked in. My wife, porcelain perfect in black lace, was perched gracefully on the leather armrest beside her lover, his hand resting casually on her knee. The room was filled with familiar faces, each one wearing a smirk like a badge. Her sister, her smug brother, the slick accountant friend, even her goddamn yoga instructor. They all looked like vultures with full bellies, circling the remains. The will reading had just begun, but the tone was already clear. Mockery. Control. A performance staged for my humiliation. They thought I was the discarded one, tossed aside with the same ruthless efficiency she used when she threw my clothes out of our shared closet last month. Next item, the lawyer said flatly, sliding his glasses down his nose with professional indifference. To Jake Holloway, the deceased leaves a sum total of $10. Her laughter was the loudest. The entire room joined in. I didn't flinch, but inside, something cracked, sharp, clean, deep. Not because of the money. Because of the precision. The cruelty. That was her signature move. Not loud, not messy. Always the quiet dagger. Never the loud shot. I stood to leave. But then the lawyer cleared his throat, coughing lightly into his fist. There is one more item. A private letter, for Jake only. Silence fell. Real silence. Even her smirk disappeared. The room tensed. I sat back down slowly and took the envelope with a steady hand. It wasn't the letter that broke me. It was what wasn't written. My father's handwriting was sharp, clean, and exact, just like the man himself. The man who built the empire she married me for. He didn't apologize. He didn't explain. Just one line. You'll need the truth soon. You've always seen more than you let on. Follow that instinct. Dad. I sat in my car after the reading, the letter still warm in my palm. Something was off. She had wanted me there, to witness my humiliation. She wanted her new lover to see me broken. But that letter? That wasn't for closure. It was a key. A key to something buried. In the rearview mirror, I watched her laugh at the gates, leaning into him. He kissed her. She kissed him back. And yet, there was a flicker in her eyes. A tension she couldn't fully mask. Like, she knew something might unravel. I didn't confront her. Not then. I just started watching. The house felt colder now that she'd stopped pretending. She didn't bother hiding the texts, didn't lower her voice for the late-night calls. She believed I was done, powerless, discarded. But she was wrong. I remembered something my father once told me. Power is knowing something no one else does, holding it like a blade behind your back. So I listened. I watched. I noticed the midnight calls, the laughter echoing through the bathroom walls. Her laptop left open before yoga. A file named Prenuk_Vision. Interesting. I copied it quietly. Left no trace. Then came the receipts, payments from the company she now chaired. Large transfers to her lover's design firm. Dated months before the will was amended. Bribery? Favoritism? Leverage? Whatever it was, the web was bigger than I thought. And I was at the center, by design. Even our son. I had questions. Something always felt off. The eyes. The blood type. The distant connection. One morning, I swabbed his toothbrush and mailed the DNA sample. My hand trembled, not with fear, but with certainty. The result arrived 2 days later. 0% match. Not mine. She had lied for 9 years. Built a life beside me while raising another man's child under my name. And now, she was preparing to erase me. I printed the DNA results and placed them in a plain white envelope. No note. No warning. Just the facts. That night, she came home late. Hair tousled, lipstick smudged. Don't wait up, she muttered, brushing past me. I handed her the envelope. She raised a brow and opened it. I watched her face collapse in slow motion, curdling like spoiled milk under the sun.
She didn't speak.
Just silence. The same silence from the will reading. I turned and walked upstairs. No drama. No door slamming. Just silence. 2 days later, we met again. Her office. Her throne. She sat behind her desk, eyes bloodshot, shoulders heavy. I wore black, like mourning. You knew, she said, voice raw. I nodded. Long enough. She leaned back, bit her thumb. So what now? You want to destroy me? I tilted my head. I already have. I slid another envelope across the desk. Inside, a flash drive. Phone recordings. Emails. The DNA results. Financial inconsistencies. And a copy of the prenup clause she failed to revise completely, rendering it null and void if infidelity was proven. Her hands trembled as she opened it. I sent everything to the board this morning, I said, rising from my seat. They're meeting without you. She gasped. Jake, please. It was the first time she'd said my name in months. I paused at the door. You laughed when I got $10, I said quietly. But I inherited the only thing that mattered. She blinked. I smiled, a cold, final smile. The truth. Then I left her alone in her crumbling kingdom of ash. That night, I sat on the porch, watching the city's skyline blink like a fading heart. She called 6 times. I didn't answer. She texted once. I never meant to hurt you.
Lie.
She meant every cut, every whisper behind my back, every performance. But none of it matters now. She gave me $10. And I used it to buy the envelope that ended her.